guys, so it is Thursday morning and I am getting ready to go out this morning, but for today I thought I would show you my 5-minute like super speedy makeup routine. This is the routine that I do if I'm working from home and I just want like something on my face in case I need to pop out, or if I don't have a lot of time in the morning. So this is kind of my go-to routine for that. Obviously sometimes I will bump it up a little bit. Hold on just a second. But for the most part, this is my pretty standard routine. So I would time it and do it in 5 minutes for you, but that's not gonna work because I need to talk you through it. So I always start with my Cool Up primer. Not necessarily because I'm wearing enough makeup to need a primer, but because this is my SPF. I don't always use something that has an SPF in it, so I will make sure that I do my primer no matter what I put on my face, so that I do get that SPF on my face, because that's really the biggest thing that I want to make sure that's on my face as I'm going throughout the day. Now the next thing I grab, I won't actually wear foundation on these days. I will wear concealer, but lately I have been grabbing the By Terry CC Serum, the Cellular Rose Brightening CC Serum. This is in Sunny Flash, and even as fair as I am, I take 2 pumps and then I rub it all over my face and down my neck, and just really make sure that I spread it out, because it is like almost like its own little bronzer, but it's enough to give me some color. And once it settles in, it's really not that bad, but it just gives me a little bit of a sun-kissed look without me needing foundation. So it smooths everything out and kind of makes everything look a little bit more glowy, and that is what I use as far as like foundation goes on these days. I really don't actually use any foundation. Camera doesn't want to focus this morning. So anyways, 2 pumps of that and the foundation is good. And then I will go in with my concealer and a little bit of powder to set it. I've been using the RMS concealer under my eyes lately, but I actually used it on my like the rest of my face yesterday, and I really liked it. So I'm gonna try to do this right here and check so I can see. I already dampened my beauty blender because I do need that, but my goal is to have a face that's fairly light, but that's like still like comfortable, like I'm so confident in. So like I said, I kind of smush this in the places that need smush. And we go from there. So yeah, not a ton, just a little bit. Kind of covers all the places that I need covered. And I'll double check that in the mirror. And then under my eyes, I will always pat it down with a damp beauty blender just to blend it in. And kind of touch it up everywhere. And then I will set my under eyes with a little bit of my Layla B powder, because I don't want that to get all punchy. So it's not a ton of powder, but I just brush it over it so it doesn't crease or move around. And then I'll put some on top of my eyes, because I will throw some bronzer on there, and I don't want my eyes to be greasy, or sometimes my mascara, if I don't kind of powder the top of my eyes, my mascara will run off on them. So yeah, literally just lightly powdering everything, nothing crazy. I'm not baking anything, I'm not doing anything insane with it. So this is a bit of a lighter concealer. It's not as heavy in foundation, so I do like brush powder everywhere, lightly over where I put it, just to make sure it stays. There's a hair on my mouth. Alright, so that's done. Now I'm going to pop on my eyebrows really quickly. And I'm using my Benefit stuff still. I'm using my Gimme Brow, and if I'm not careful, this is where I can get distracted for the next 5 minutes this morning. Sorry guys, you are getting the side profile of my face, but just popping on some Gimme Brow to give me something to start my eyebrows with. Nothing crazy, but it gives me a bit of an eyebrow here. I don't tend to do pencil on the edges. I tend to do just my Gimme Brow on the outside, and then I'll come in with the Benefit Precisely my brow pencil in the front and kind of use this. I go back and forth between this one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills, but my problem with that one is, and will forever be, that I break the spoolie off of every single one of my own. Like always. There's never a spoolie thing on the end. I actually bought the separate like spoolie to have, which is good if you need to like unclump your mascara too. But brows 5 minutes later. I never used to be a brows person, but I am now, so I always want to make sure that they're like kind of mostly done, just because that is what makes me look more awake. And then of course I will throw the cap, pop a cap on, and then brush my brows through. I haven't had coffee yet. I'm putting on a cap on, so I'm not too concerned about the front. I'm gonna do my like light brush trick through there, but I just want to make sure that it's pretty even throughout the rest. And then I'm going to do just the brush that I use for powder. I'll run it through the front to kind of soften out my brows. And I am going slow in and out of focus here. Okay, so I always pop on whatever bronzer I'm going to use. I'm going to pop that on now. Some days I will just use like a cream bronzer and go in with that. Some days I'll use a powder. It depends on what I kind of put on my face. Today I might just stick with the powder for the sake of time, because that's really why we're doing it. So again, my Lila B bronzer I'm gonna kind of put on my face, but I really go ahead and grab this because I'm gonna put this on my eyes. And this is very, very similar to my recent like easy makeup tutorial, but this is just no foundation. And obviously I'm kind of just checking bronzer everywhere, but as long as I look like I've got a little bit of a glow this morning, that's really the goal, is to kind of just look awake. So bronzer brush is done, but then I'm also going to come in with an eyeshadow brush and go over my eyeballs with it, just to give myself a smidge of color. And this is like if I'm on vacation, if I'm traveling and I don't want to do heavy makeup, this is one of those looks I will reach for. On casual days when I'm not like in the mood to do my eye makeup. So bronzer is done. I am going to try out this guy today. I don't normally use him because it's brand new, and it's from xoxo, and it's the Papaya 1972. If I can find my highlighter brush. This highlight and blush. I don't always put blush on, and like for these days sometimes I'll just do bronzer. But I have seen recently a lot of people who will pop, and I might do it too, pop a little bit of the blush into their like crease in their eyes as a part of like a chill kind of a look. This highlight is super, it's really pretty, but it's super subtle. You can see that, and I'm so sorry guys, this focus is crap this morning. But yeah, it's super subtle. I keep kicking it on, and then we're good down the nose. Good down the nose. And then yeah, we'll pop a bit of the peach up here and see what it looks like, what it wears like. But it tends to be very like monochrome, like I'm using everything from one place kind of a look. And then I'm gonna pop some of the, ooh, that's super powdery, in case anybody wants to know. And my 7 a.m. alarm is going off. So yeah, we have the blush and highlight on. And then I'm actually gonna go in with my mascara, but before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face powder. And yeah, it was a bit excessive. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and set my face powder, and then, sorry, I set my face powder. I need coffee, guys. I'm gonna go in and do my mascara, and then I'll be back with you in just a second. And I have a feeling we're gonna be refilming this because it is never in focus. WTF, guys. So this is the finished look. It's just super simple. I put my mascara on, which takes me probably, well, actually my brows and my mascara will take about the same amount of time today. And then I keep the Dior lip glow in my bag. Ooh. And I'll pop that on. I think this is the original, or it might be the coral, I'm not sure. But that's normally my like lip glow. So it's just a super simple, it's a glowy look. The difference is I swap out my foundation for the By Terry, and that kind of gives me my like face, but I really like that look. I tend to want to offer tinted moisturizer most days anyways. I just don't like a super heavy face. So if I have something, like if I'm filming lots of videos or if I have an event, I'll grab it. I'll grab a heavier like foundation, but for everyday super quick makeup, this is it. So yeah, I will link everything in the description box below. If you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments, any video requests, anything like that. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. So I love you, you matter to me. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.